Okay. Okay. Hello, Jamreep.
Kim Được
Thank you
Sương.
so thank you so much for being here today. Um, will introduce myself a little bit. My name is Hannah Price. I work for the project, and today is January 19th, 2025, and I'm here with Net Ming. And Net Ming, would you introduce yourself and your name, please?
Do you want it in English or in Khmer?
How about in both would be great.
Okay, my name is Keo Soth. Actually, in Khmer it's Keo Soth.
Macau soft.
Yeah,
Okay.
Keo Soth.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And
Welcome.
before we get into these questions, I wanted to ask you, do we have your permission as the Cambodian Oral History Project to
Yes, yes.
record and post this interview?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you so much. Awesome. Well, the first question I have for you, is one that is the most important and also the most simple, but just your full name. And if you could say it and then spell it, in English and then say it in Cambodian if you would like as well.
First name is Keo, Keo. Last name S Soth, which is Soth, and it's in Khmer. It's Keo Soth.
Perfect. Awesome. And did you ever learn to read and write Cambodian, or do you know how to just speak it?
Not really. I went to school very short time. I was young back home in Cambodia. But when I came here, because we are refugees, I have to learn how to help my parents. So I never, I just still have to learn how to speak English and Khmer because my parent doesn't speak English. And
Oh.
so I was working. When I left my country, I was in refugee camp. I have to work. I mean, I don't have to work, but I work at the United Nations, so which is UNHCR. So I was helping translate from Cambodian to Thai. That's how I master. I was young, but I'm not lazy. So
Mhm.
I like to
Yeah.
help. So since my dad applying for, he worked for Red Cross, the Red Cross.
Hmm.
In Thai, it's say Kakabat. So I think it's Red Cross. I was young. I
Okay.
just remember some of it. But I
Okay.
remember so well that I was helping translate from Cambodian to Thai, to help them like write their name so they can put on the list to came to United States when I was in
Mm.
Chonburi, which is one of the refugee camp. So that's how I learned how to like keep the Cambodian languages, even though I don't really know that much because Meru, if because I come from the city, if they know that I can write in Cambodian, they're gonna what's it called? Eliminate all of us.
Yeah.
And I have my skin is light, more like a Chinese, so they would
Mm.
say, what does it say in English? But it's Khmer. It say like Netun. Netun. It
Itun.
mean like people like a merchandising. Like a
Mm-hmm.
people
Oh,
that
like a
rich.
merchant kind of?
A merchandise, yeah, like people like buy stuff and like that, and plus they try to eliminate Chinese, like if
Mm.
you are Chinese, they're
Mm.
gonna kill all of them.
Wow,
So
yeah.
I have very tough life, and I mean, if it's not tough, I wouldn't remember now. That's all I can say.
Wow, yeah. I bet it
So
stays
like,
with you. I'm so sorry it was hard.
well, I came here a long time, but the memory is still there. Every time I heard, like nighttime, I still remember those, like I still remember the bad thing that happened to me, like no food, like it's just a lot of things still there,
Yeah.
and I just have, yeah. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you for
if I
sharing
if
that.
I don't if I don't I don't regret about it, but I also that kind of grateful that I was there. I wouldn't become who I am if it's not what
Mm.
happened to me. I wouldn't be here in the United States.
Mm.
That's all I can say. So I
Yeah.
don't I don't feel like regret, but I'm not feel like I should go back to Cambodia and just to visit because my heart is in humanity. So I help people no matter what. So even though I
Mm,
don't go to my country, but I still helping out because my last job is in working in social service. I do employment and training, so a lot of helping a lot of people.
wow, that's great.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who they are. I help. So it was
That's
it was
great.
something that the skill I learned from doing the translator, those is something that inside of me, and that's become part of me. That's who I am,
Mm.
and I never
So
changed my name because
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's yeah, it's good, but it's also I do meditate a lot. I have to tell
Mm,
myself this is United States, this is far away, this is not in one of the place that I used to
yes.
stay, which is it's one of the small city in but in in Bad Nambong because I was born in Pailen, part of the city,
Violin.
Pailen, which is one of the city, Pailen, Bad Nambong, Pailen.
Violin
So and
Batambong.
then yeah, and then they tell us to move. You know what happened with the fire right now? They tell us to move 7 days. So what you take in 7 days? So we left everything in our house. I never go back to my house. I can't go back to my house. So whatever you can carry with you, that's all I have.
Wow. So
So
yeah. So
it's a
going
traumatizing.
I bet. So going back to when you were born, you said you were born in Battambang in you said
It's Thailand, one of the city.
Pyland.
Huh?
Okay, in
Thailand,
Pyland.
yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
so in Battambang and Pyland. Do you remember the village name?
Yeah, that's what is Thailand. Pha.
Okay.
Yeah, Pailin. It's still there.
Okay. Phalin. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was in Battambang. And what year were you born in?
I was born 67.
In 67. Okay. Do you remember the month
Mhm.
and the date as well?
Oh yeah. I remember every single thing. I have very good memory.
Oh, yay, perfect. Okay, what was your full birthday?
3367.
3367. Okay, so March 3rd of
Mm-hmm.
1967. Okay. And you were born to your mother and father. What were your parents'
Yeah.
names?
My dad named Buntan Soth.
In
My mom
Tansa.
is Lee Brevity. Yeah, Lee Brev. No, her first name is Brevity because she's part Thai, and her last name is Lee, is Ly. And
Okay.
yeah, because my mom, she's she's Cambodian, but she was born in Thailand. So because
Oh.
so I mean, I speak two languages when I grow up. Actually, three languages: Cambodian,
Oh.
Thai, and Chinese. But I was
And
not mastered
English
Chinese.
too.
And then I learned how to speak loud because when I was working,
Wow.
there's a lot of loud in refugee, So I just like, oh, might as
Mm,
well learn. So
yeah.
I'm very good with picking the language. And one
Wow.
time I was like, I'm telling myself like, I don't even good in English. Why should I keep so many things in my brain? But then later on, I keep, just like God have a plan for me. I believe in whatever's happened, it have a plan. Like when I say I tried to drop it, then I meet another Laotian, like elderly that need my help, like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's just like, what is going on? I usually ask myself, like what is? But then I just let it go. I just like, okay, whatever's coming, just.
That's great. You're
But
very
anyway,
talented.
um,
You have a
but
gift from God.
I don't know. Sometimes I just don't ask. I say, okay, whatever comes, I'm ready. That's it. That's all I
That's
say. I just
wonderful.
ready.
And you
So
know
I
how
just like,
to speak and read and write all of those languages? I guess that would be five languages, including English, would it be?
no, it's just I only good at it just a little bit of everything, but Cambodian, I can read pretty well. I can speak,
Great.
yeah, because I learned like because I read what do you call it? Like I read Torah. It's like
Uh-huh.
in I read Bible too. I went
Yes,
to
the
church when
Torah.
I was young, but then
Oh,
when
you
my
did.
grandmother came here, I can't go too fast, but when my grandmother came 1985, I think it's 85.
She
I
came
don't
to
know.
America in '85?
No, my grandmother came to America. I came here,
Okay.
it's like 1980, I don't know,
Okay.
83, maybe
Okay.
83. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that part, we'll get to that part. Um,
So
you have a
anyway,
lot that I wanna record you with, and yeah, I wanna hear about when you were a child, and you told me your parents' names, and then could you tell me their date of births as well?
my mom, I don't remember, but I
Okay.
know that it's November 1st. But I know my dad is also April 1st, but I don't know what year.
Okay. That's alright. Do you remember, like, what, Khmer year, like, what animal in the Khmer calendar it was at all?
No, we
Okay.
don't go at, we usually don't.
Okay, that's alright. Do you
But they no
remember
longer here anymore, so
Oh,
that's
they
why I don't
passed
have the
away?
information yet. Yeah, they passed
Oh,
away.
when did they pass away?
My dad, he was passed March 2001.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, and then my mom, I think April 2009, I believe.
Wow, okay.
2009. So they are,
Okay.
they're not here.
Oh, I'm sorry
And we
about
don't
that.
we
That's
don't
hard.
as a daughter, that's fine. It's okay. But I have no regret because they all of them live with me and I take care of them.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so, yeah, I'd love
when
to
I
hear
look at it, I say I'm not perfect, but I think I'm good enough to be their daughter. I mean, I got
Oh,
everything accomplished. It's like I got married, I had kid, I bought a house for them, they live with me. I mean, whatever they want, I do it for them. So it's like when I look back at it, I have no regret. And I
oh,
mean,
you're wonderful.
I have a good job. I My mom saw that, my dad saw that, and I'm really active in the community too. So
Yeah.
it's like, but when I look at it, it's like you are a lot better, like 99%, 90% of the people that came here, it's like,
Oh,
what
they
else you
love
complaining
you.
about? Even though
Yeah.
I look at the nightmare I had, and my friend ask me, oh, we go camping. No, I don't want to sleep in the camp in the ground. I sleep enough, and my rule come. I don't want to go again and start
Mm,
fire. We have light, we
yeah,
have
that
all
makes
this. Why
sense.
you go crazy? Carry the
Oh, yeah.
bucket for what? You know,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
mean,
makes sense. Yeah.
and no bathroom. When
Yeah.
you go camping, there's no bathroom. Are
Yeah,
you
you
kidding
gotta
me?
go in the woods.
Yeah, and then you invading, like, animal live in the jungle or in the wood, right? You are invading their space. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I mean, I think of everything. So it's
Yeah.
like people, like
Yeah.
my friend usually say, "Oh, you know fun." Like, my fun is being peaceful, enjoy my time,
Mm.
like, spend time with myself,
Yeah,
reflect
that
what's
is
going on.
nice. That is
So,
nice. I
but
love
anyway,
that. Yeah, thank you. That I love it.
mhm.
Um, I'd love to hear about when you were a child, and you were living in Battambang. Oh, first, how many siblings did you have?
I have four siblings.
4 siblings. And
Yeah, my older
where do you
brother
fit in?
passed. I'm the second.
The second oldest. Okay, yeah, tell me about your siblings, their names, if you remember what
My
year they were born.
God, I don't remember. We don't really talk about it. We
Okay.
don't celebrate birthday. We don't celebrate. But I know that my older brother passed away what before the communists took over. So like maybe a year.
Oh, how old was he?
So
Was he still young?
he was young because I remember that both of us start school already. So I don't know what age it was. So like in the morning we would eat. We eat in Cambodia. You eat rice first before you start school. So he
Yeah.
was eating with me. When I come home, he's passing. He's gone.
Really?
And then I have a sister that was, one sister that passed after I was when the communists took over. I think it's like maybe 1970, 76, maybe.
Okay.
she's passing, like in Cambodian and Khmer. So I sleep with my sister, and she's passing. She's she's passed when she was asleep with me.
Oh,
So everything
wow.
is, yeah. Um,
And was
it's
she sick or was it something that we never
she,
figured
the
out?
Khmer is they would be sick or
Mm.
starvations or whatever there's no
Oh, that's hard.
medication. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, but well, it's not easy, but when you remember when it's come to nighttime, go to bed, it still hit me, even it's too long.
Oh, that is hard. Um, yeah.
And then I have another brother. He's my youngest brother.
Okay.
He was born 77. That's how I remember my age so well because we do celebrate birthday. So he was born 1977. So that's how I
Okay.
remember.
And what was
So
his
that's how
name?
I Banleng, Banleng,
Okay,
Soth
Badlang.
last name.
And your
Yeah.
two other siblings, what were their names?
Her name, oh, my older one is Vantha.
Mhm.
I think it's Vantha, and
Okay,
no,
Vanta.
Tha, Vantha. Yeah,
Vanta.
I
Okay, great.
yeah. But it's the last name is not the same because in Cambodian they use the father's name as a last
Yeah.
name. So which is the last name is Buntan. So we use the father's name. But then
Vanta.
when we came here to refugee, we used the my grandfather last name, which is Soth, Soth.
Okay.
So because that's
Yeah.
my grandfather's
So do
first
you
name.
remember did you ever get to meet your grandparents on your mother's and father's side?
I remember my
But
grandfather.
oh yeah?
I'm very close. I'm really close with my grandparent.
Is this on your mother's or your father's side?
All both
All
both
of
sides.
them. So you remember
Yeah.
all four of them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great. What were their names? Could you tell me their names?
God, I forgot my grandmother's name because I don't I was like 10 years old. I don't remember much. We
Okay.
don't call that by the first name. That's weird about Cambodian.
Just
We
like
call
yay
grandma.
and da.
We don't call the
Yeah.
name.
Okay.
Yay and ta. Yeah, we
Okay,
don't
that's
have
all right.
name.
That's okay.
But
What would you like
but
to
I remember,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
well, my grandfather would call his name is Hai, Hai, I think, and
Oh.
his last name is Lee, which is on my mom's side.
Oh, okay. So that's your
So,
mother's
but
father.
yeah, my mother father because he's
Okay.
Chinese. We usually call him Gong Gong because he part Chinese. And then on my dad's side, we call him Poo because I'm part Thai, so we call him
Mm,
Poo. So, but I know that his last name is Sot because my dad he want to keep his name, so that's why.
okay.
I don't remember much because I was young.
Okay,
You
yeah.
was like you was 8 and 9. All you do was like playing, and
Yeah,
study at school.
yeah. Yeah, tell me what, you'd
All
like
those
to do
things.
when you were a child. Would you go to school? Would you play? What did you like to do?
Me, what do I like to do? Because my dad, he have a farm, durian and I think durian and orange and he has people that work for him. So I was helping the kid that live at my farm. So
Mhm,
I don't play. I just really don't play. Everything I do is try to make money and try to help people how they can make money. Like I would tell them to pick the vegetable, which is in Cambodian they have kachai, and
mhm.
since they live in my property, my dad property anyway, so I would tell the kids like, why don't you pick back a child, and then I can pick it up and then sell at the market, so they can I sell to the lady at the market,
Oh,
so I can make money.
wow.
Then I would collect the money and buy num for them to eat, like when I come.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
really play much. I don't really play much. So I
Oh,
would tell them to like picking like the banana leaf, because they
Yes.
live in my farm anyway. So I just tell them that, and then
Okay.
so
You were a
basically I
little
don't really play much.
businesswoman.
Huh?
You were a little
Well, my mom, she's
businesswoman.
a businesswoman, so
Oh, she is?
yeah, my mom.
Wow.
So anyway, so I always have something like when I play, I would play very weird instead of play by law, like in not real food. I would cook real food. Like I remembered I cook, like num cruộc,
Mhm.
num cruộc. So I would tell, like if I because I want to eat it, so I would tell like them how to make it so all of us can eat. So basically when I play like a like real life. So
Oh,
my dad,
okay.
yeah, my dad used to say, don't play with them. They just come here and live with us. Because at the time, the Khmer Rouge have take over part of the country already. So they have no
Mm.
place to go. So basically they are homeless. And then we have farm. So their parent work work for my dad, which is in the not minefield, but what's it called? Sapphire, like well
Oh,
in
yes.
Thailand. So they also work in the because we have farm which is have orange croy, croy. So they
Yes.
are like doing the weeding for us, and then they live in one of the farmhouse back home. But anyway, so basically I don't really play. I just you know when I see them have no food, I just try to tell them like this is how you can make food. Just pick I take it to the market and then we sell it. And since there's no school on Wednesday, I just go to my farm and I just do that because my my farm and the market is not far. I don't know how long it is, but I can just because on the way to school anyway, I can just drop it off and then I just sell it. So and then we make
Oh,
money and then
wow.
we buy. I remember that we was drinking. Now I would say like coffee that have sugar and
Mhm.
and um and what and ice. We call it oliang. So people would call because over there it's very hot. And then when the people who digs the what do you call it? When they are doing the tabong, to tabong, which is collecting the sapphire and ruby in our property or in and
Uh-huh.
they do that. So the people would come by and they would sell those. And we don't have money, so whatever we make, we just buy one oling and we share
Oh.
that with the kids. So basically, I didn't have so much fun. So all my entire life, like even though we was born, like the middle class back there, but I don't remember I have so much fun. The only time I have fun would be go to the temple with my grandmother, and we go to like Chum and all that, and then because my
Yeah.
grandmother she's a nun, so I don't think that I really play much. So basically, I just try to find fruit, whatever I can
Mm.
sell, from my farm, like maybe
Yes.
just sell it to make money so I can be buy some food to eat.
Yeah.
Because their parent would be like do weeding for our. I don't know how much my dad pay, but I don't know how much they pay them. But since they are kid and they have like sibling that they babysit, so I don't think they have any money. And
Mm.
my dad would just buy them rice, and they eat it and they cook it. I remember that my dad he's really like helping other people. So it's just I think that's what I remember the most. I think that's what do you call it? What do you call it? Shape me to become who I am because I see that.
Wow.
I see that
Wow.
he always like giving instead not giving but sharing. We never
Mhm.
have like just because he's the boss, like back home, like he's the boss and he would just eat differently. Like we would eat together in a group. So with all of that, I think that's what give us the safety, like when the Khmer took over, after
Yeah.
that, it's not very long time at all. It's just like a couple years. I remember that. when the Khmer took over, the people that live in our on our farm actually helping us not to get killed by the Khmer rule.
Really?
Yeah, so I would be
Wow.
I would be moving to different city, which is going to Pearl Pram Dam. I think I have to walk day and night. I remember because my dad he had moto, and then
Mhm.
moto have no sun, so if the gas run out,
Oh,
so I remember that, and that's why when it's come to nighttime, it's just something that I just don't wanna. It's a memory that is still there.
yeah. So how
Like
how old were you when, the Khmer Rouge started? You must have been pretty young.
it's 1975, right? I was born in
Yeah.
67, so I was not that
So it was 8
old,
years
old at
old.
all.
What do you
Yeah.
remember about, when the Khmer Rouge had started? If you would be okay with sharing it, could you tell me a little bit about your experience with that?
Not much, no food.
No food, you're hungry?
No food. I have to learn how to watch the bird eating fruits, and then
Mm.
I would learn how to looking for the vegetable, so I know which one is edible, which one's not. And then I
Oh.
have to looking for wild potato, which is like in Cambodian they call the long trâu. So I have
Mhm.
to learn how to find food. So basically, learn how to find all like the vegetable that's it's eatable, like can eat. And
Mm.
because of the nature of my family, we do have someone who cook for us. My mom never stay home because she sells stuff from Cambodian to Thailand. I don't see my mom until in the evening. So my mom
Oh.
doesn't cook for us. So we do have uh which is my mom, like she's have a sister, younger sister that live with us. So she cooked and she took care of me and my which is gone that before I go to school.
Oh.
So I kind of grow up drinking tea until today because I grew up in my gong, he Chinese, so he eat baba, and
Yes.
then
Yeah.
that's the only thing I remember. But I don't
Wow.
play much. I don't remember I play much at all.
So did you still go to school during the Khmer Rouge, or what would
No,
you
there's no
do?
school. No
No
school.
school. Did you have
Mm.
any tasks to do, or would you just look for food?
I do have tasks to do. They told us you were young and you have to be certain height. You have to be certain
Oh.
height in order for you like go to in Cambodian go to Kong Koma, and I was underage. I'm not
Mm.
qualified. And then at the time, somehow because of the starvation, I was sick a lot. So I'm not really like wealth enough to leave my mom and my dad. So I
Yeah.
stayed with my mom, my dad, and I got really sick. I remember that I was almost die.
Oh,
And then
wow.
my grandmother have to come and save me, because
Really?
yeah, because my grandmother she would know like medication what to take, what
Mm.
to give me. So she would come and take care of me, and then that's when that was after my sister died. My younger sister, the one
Mm.
is Sapana, died, and because my mom she have only two kids, which is me and my sister. So after my sister died, my grandmother would come and live with us. She lived stay with another village, but with that, so she came and stayed with until I got well again. And then at the time, my grandfather on my dad's side is passing. That's how I remember, because I remember that my grandfather on my dad's side passing. My grandmother stayed with me, and at the same time our family got my younger brother, which is he was born in October 3rd, 1977. So I do have like he's like more like something like I can look to after my sister gone. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like something that I have. When you lose somebody,
Yeah.
it's kind of like I don't know. I was young, but still, it's like she's my
Yeah.
sister.
That's great.
So
Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Um, so how old were you then? And tell me the story about how you came to America.
I was here like 14 and a half, I think. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was so young. All I know was I start on eighth grade, but
You
I had
started in
no
8th grade
clue.
here.
Yeah, eighth grade here. And then I
Okay.
remember I don't speak English. I remember like I
Oh,
went to
really?
school and I don't speak. I all say yes. I know yes and no
Oh my
because I say
goodness.
yes to everything. And I would carry Thai dictionary because I make 20 baht in camp, when I live in the camp, to translate, I buy dictionary, Thai dictionary. And if I go
Mm,
somewhere I don't understand, I would hand the dictionary and ask you to to point at that word that I would read it. That's how I know, that's how I learned Thai, the language at the same time. And
mm.
then my life is hard. Like I came here, I would get up at 3 o'clock and study. I would tape myself how to speak English to correct myself. If I
Wow.
didn't do all of that, I don't think I would be able to speak English.
Yeah, and your English is very good now.
I
It's
don't
really
think so.
great.
But
It is.
no,
Trust me.
I work too. I work as a social worker. When I came here, I was 14. I start eighth grade. I don't speak English. All I did was carry Thai dictionary, and when I don't understand, I would ask the people to to ask them what they are saying. So I and then pointed them to my dictionary, and then I
Mm,
that was dictionary would be from Thai to English. So I
wow.
that's how I learned how to communicate. There is no translator at the time. So whatever I need, I carry dictionary with me through school. So when I was in I mean in when I was in middle school, I don't remember much because all I know was like try to learn English, as well as try to help my parents because they don't speak English. So basically, there's no friend time, no time except school. Come home would be taking my dad to apply for medical. I don't remember, but all I know is we was at Tacoma Community House, and there was some people there work there, but still they don't have time to help me fill my dad's fill the documentation. So I have to learn how to write in my dad and my mom and whatever he applied for. So
Mm,
basically we apply for food stamp benefits and housing.
mm.
I don't remember much. I was young. I mean,
Yeah. So
I
when you
just don't remember.
yeah,
Just I mean,
that's
just
okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I remember that I walked to Jason Lee Junior High School. We live in Hilltop in Tacoma.
Mm.
The apartment's still there.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I visit. I don't forget who I am. Whenever I feel like I have to go back to visit my past, I drove by.
Really?
Yeah, so I still visit the place, and I still go to the temple
Mm,
where we started it, and I still going to the church that I went to when I was young because
yeah.
I learned how to cook, from the church. I
Oh,
learned how to speak English. I learned how to bake. I learned how to
wow.
read Bible,
Mm. Wow,
and
a
I
lot of things.
also taught Sunday. Like
Sunday
like we watch,
school?
yeah, Sunday school. I
Okay.
remember that. So it's a lot of things that I
Wow.
did, but
Yeah.
basically after that it's for some time. I don't remember how long. The time going fast. So
Yeah.
then my grandmother came here to United States, and I went to church, and my grandmother would say, if I die, you go to church, who gonna do my funeral. And she asked me not to go to church anymore, so I went to I went to the temple. But anyway, so it's like that's who I am. So after my
Yeah.
mom, but the church that
Wow.
I will start with, it still exists in Tacoma right now.
What is it called?
I don't know. It's Holy Family or something like that.
Oh, okay. And
So
that's
it's
the
like
one you started with here?
it was at the church Episcopalian in Northeast Tacoma. I don't live too far from there,
Okay.
where I am right now. So I usually go to visit the church, but my grandmother passed already. So I'm no longer like have a lot
Mhm.
of connection because I go to the temple. But that's part of me. You cannot erase it. It's
Yeah.
it's there. But
That's
I'm grateful.
beautiful. Yes.
So
When you first came to America, when you were in 8th grade, how who came with you? Was your grandmother with you then, or was it your
no,
parents, your
no, it's just my
siblings?
mom, my dad, and my younger brother.
Okay, because the other
The
2
one
had
that was
already passed away. Is that correct?
no, my grandfather passed away, both sides.
Oh,
My
your
grandmother is
grandfather.
still alive. My
Okay.
grandmother on my mom's side, she's a nun. That she's a nun on my mom's side, and I do
Okay.
have cousin that still live here in the United States. But on my
Okay.
dad's side, my grandmother lived in Australia, which is I never see her. That's why I don't remember her name because
Oh,
we call her grandma. The last time
yeah.
I saw her was 1977. No,
Wow.
76, maybe 77. I don't remember because I know
Mm.
that after she passed and she moved to one of the village back home. So it's a long
Okay.
time ago. So my
Yes, yes.
memory is kind of the only thing I have is the her picture that when we send, like through mail here in the United States. Not
Yes.
my communications.
Okay,
And
I
we
got you.
Yeah, we are poor. We don't have a lot of money to pay for the phone to call Australia. There's no Facebook, you
Yes.
know. We cannot
Yes.
afford, you know.
Yeah, I know. Now we have Facebook. It's so through.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yes.
it's no Zoom.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that makes sense. So then when you came, it was your parents who came with you,
mhm,
and then you said
my brother,
your
my
brother,
younger brother.
your younger brother.
And then
Okay.
my cousin that which is on my mom's side, which is my sibling basically. Like it's all girl. Like, we
Wow.
live in refugee camp together. So I don't have any siblings. So they like my sister. Like, because I
Yeah.
still have to take care of them. And it's a
Mm,
lot
'cause
of,
you were in the refugee camp.
yeah, it is a
W
lot of stuff, because all of us are teenager. So it's kind of rough. Like I have to be like strong, the perfect one. Like my dad expect me a lot. Like,
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
be a role model. So like
Mm, yeah.
I have to be the strong one. So when my cousins grew up, I'm the one who have to answer to my auntie. Like, why don't you
Okay.
watch her? Like, how can I watch her? We are the same age, three of us the same age. You
Mm,
know, we went
yeah.
to the same high school, we went to the same middle school. I cannot watch. Plus, I have my own homework. I have responsibility too. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'm really, yeah.
But you were
Plus, I'm
expected to
really
be the role model.
no. My dad expect me that because, well, actually, like this, my dad came here to United States for me to have education. You know, my dad.
Oh.
Oh, he have like he kind of put everything on me. I came here to United States because I wanted to go to school
So was
to
that
be
the main
educated.
reason? That was
Yeah,
the
that
main
was
reason
the
you
main
came?
reason. We would have go back to Cambodia, but we can't go because the Khmer was bombing us behind our butt. We cannot
Yeah.
sleep. You know where the when
Yeah.
you watch the Killing Field? Remember that
Yeah.
movie? I was
Yeah.
worse than that. I just walk day and night.
It was
The
worse than
Khmer
that.
was
Wow.
like they kind of keep us so the Vietnamese would not bomb because if they bomb, they would kill all of us. So I see everything there is. You see a dead body. We drink the water from the dead body in the road. They tell us to
Wow.
cook, stay when you cook. Um, they tell us to walk this side, not that side, because if you walk off it, it's gonna be a bomb. And I see like when people walk off the path, I would see the dead body, and I can hear the bomb blew up.
Wow.
So
So were your parents were educated?
Yeah, my dad was educated.
So how did he live?
Um, like I said, we don't live in the same valley, I mean city that we was staying before the company took over.
Mm,
And then we live
okay.
in different city, and I have to learn how don't talk. I have to pretend that I don't know how to read and write.
Mm,
I used there. Okay. Then if they do have school, but you would go to their school to learn their role, their song, their dance. But I was young. I'm not allowed to be in it, you know. I
oh,
was I think I was no, I when I look back at it, I was blessed
you were
that
blessed. Yeah.
I was small enough not to go in that dance group, whatever they teach, because I was young, I was small, and I was sick. I'm not well.
Yeah.
So I think I was, when I look at it, I think I was blessed.
That is a big blessing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
Wow.
blessing.
It's a
And
miracle you
then
were saved.
there's one of the Khmer labor came, and he told my dad that we have 7 days, otherwise they're gonna kill us because they know who we are. So my dad had to, what do you call it, tell me to not live with my mom and my dad and my younger brother anymore. He would tell me to move to live another village.
Wow.
So
So you would move villages.
no, I would move to different village, not staying with my mom, my dad, or my younger
Yeah.
brother anymore.
Okay. So
So
you were
that
by
was,
yourself, or
yeah.
did you go with people? Wow. You're brave.
No, I have to be with somebody. Like
Oh,
I have to, like, going to like this village with all the kid that going to pick, not pick vegetable for to cook for the people that work in the field. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go back, but anyway,
No,
let's go
yeah, that
forward.
that makes sense.
So I went to high school here,
Okay.
and I went to college, um, got married, moved out,
When did you
work.
get married?
92.
92. Wow, and how did you meet your husband?
I did not meet him, but I don't even know his name. There's one day I went to college. That day I don't remember what it is, but it was the light, no light at the college, TCC. So I ride with somebody to go to school, and that that my a friend of the family, he said, "Oh, I'm not going home yet. Since there's no light, I cannot go to library and study." And because I was do work study, so he gave me a ride. And then after that, he asked
Oh,
me to marry him. And I say, "Well, how can I marry you?
on
I
the
don't have
same
You don't
day
even
you
have a
met him?
job." Yeah, he asked me to marry him. So I say, "No, I'm not marry you," because my mind's like, I came here, my dad wanted me to go to school and educate it. It's
Yeah.
not part of my plan.
Yeah.
It's not part of my plan. So I keep saying no to him. And I keep
Oh my
saying no
goodness.
too many men in my lifetime. Like, and when I look at it, because I work in the system, because here in the United States, you go and get married, you not have license, and then you go and have a baby, you
Mm,
are going and apply for food stamp benefit. I say, I'm not going by that. No, I need to go to school, get
yeah.
education, and get
Yeah.
a job. I'm not gonna be like having a kid. You got married, everybody you got married, but you have no license. So I'm not gonna be
Mm,
part of it. So I have goal. So until I turned 25, I got a job. And then he asked me again. I say, no, I'm not marry you. You don't have enough money to marry me. So I still say no until one. And he keep asking until my mom, my dad, and my grandmother. would agree to marry, like, why don't you marry him? He was after you like 3 years. I said, well, if you have money, I marry him. No, I'm pissed. I was pissed. So I said, if you have money, I marry tomorrow. I told my grandmother like that because I
What?
sleep with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So he had money, so we got married. That's it.
The next day you got married
Yep.
after that? Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. And then did you have any children
Not
together?
it's not love. It's just I told myself like, oh, I got married. One of these days I gonna get married. Might as well, marry somebody who's really like you a lot. I mean, how in the world the person like go after you for 3 years? It doesn't make sense. Like, okay,
Wow, that is cute. So from
and here we are,
the time you met each other to the time you got married, how long was that?
3 years.
Okay, he was chasing you.
So I remember that was November 11th. I think it was 2098 or 99. 99. I remember
Okay.
99.
So
No,
November 11th,
98 or 9. I
1999.
remember November 11th. That is the day the light was black. Is it what you call black? Is it blackout? The light was there's no light at the school. The power was out.
Oh, yeah,
The power was out.
like a
The power
blackout.
was out
Yeah.
the whole school. A
Wow.
blackout. That's how I met him. I remember
Okay.
November 11th.
Oh my goodness. And what was his name? What's his name?
His name is Yuka.
You can.
Look at him.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wonderful. And do you have any children together?
two.
Two children. Wow.
Yep.
What are their names and um what year were they born?
Emily Ham, 1895. Kimberly Ham, September 11, 2001.
Okay, that's wonderful. So both girls too. That is so cool. Oh, that's wonderful. This is great. And do you have any grandchildren yet?
No, I have a dog.
No.
I have a dog.
You have a dog? And what's your
That's
dog's
just
name?
good enough. That's it.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. Wow. Okay, I would love to hear I just have a couple questions left if that's okay.
Okay.
This has been wonderful. Um, what what was a really hard time or moment in your life that had happened to you, and what did you learn from that hard time?
Which one are you talking about?
Anytime you can think of, whether it was when you were
The hard
young
time is
or
when I lost my dad. When my
oh,
dad passing.
when was that? What year was that again?
That was March
Oh, this was this
27,
past.
2001.
Oh,
I
wow.
feel like the world is down. Like,
Yeah.
because I came here because of him. Even though I got married, I'm still like, fight for it. Being
Yeah.
somebody, like I have a good job. I have very good positions and I'm proud of it. And
Yeah.
I walk the right path, like work as in social service, helping homeless people have no skill, no benefit. Uh, I mean, it's a really good job that make money. Doesn't make a lot of money. I'm not a money kind of person, but when you come to me, you have problem, I can solve the problem. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
we have the funding. I can find bus ticket to give you a bus ticket. I help you get a job, put resume together, clean yourself up.
Wow.
For me, I'm really proud of that. And when I see the people on the street, I never look at them like somebody. When you meet them, they trust me. They trust me who I am. They give me the
Mm,
opportunity to listen to their problem. Um, and I think that it's a gift. And I think that people, if they don't trust you, they wouldn't let you know what is inside. So for me, what they tell me is just between me and them. When you are
Mm,
case manager in social service, you don't share those things, only certain documentation that you need to do. My dad know that I did that, and I can speak. I help people all over the world, refugee, immigrant, American citizen, whatever that live in King County.
mm.
So
Wow.
that is like, it's a blessing, and I'm glad that I did not stop learning to master to speak Thai and Laos, so I
Yeah.
can use the skill. And I learned the other skill, which is, like you said, I speak English, so I learned that. But I also learned another skill that I can tell the ex-offender that was in prison 30 years, come to see me. If you don't like it, the door is open behind you. You don't want to see and talk to me. I mean, I'm really straightforward. I don't have anything high, because those people come into my program, they on work release. They have to be in my office 3 hours, so they have to go back to jail again. So I have to be
Mm,
really like walking a straight line.
okay.
As a woman like me, and you're refugee. I mean, I'm American citizen, but when they see me, you name it, they call me different things, and you're not here to bully me. The police officer on another line, so everything they record
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes.
It
That's
was
so
a fun
great though.
job.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad. So then my next question, what was like a happy, really exciting moment in your life that you can remember? Maybe the best day or the best time of your life?
Right now,
Right
right
now?
now,
What makes
mhm.
it the best?
I have time to myself. I don't
Mm,
think about other people, because before I always think about helping other people. I never have time for myself. If you
mhm,
come to see me, you need help with housing. I'm think about it. I'm looking for it until I find you a place, roof over your head.
mm.
Now I can stay home, take care of my dog, take him for a walk. I can, this is like the best. Before I
Okay,
always
oh, I
busy.
love it. That's great. You get to heal, you get to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And do you live alone right now, or do you live with any
No, I
family?
live with my parent and my, oh no, I live with my husband and my kid. My younger one still
Oh,
live with me
okay, that's
and my
so
dog.
happy. That's wonderful. Okay, so
That's fine.
here's the last question I have. Because we like to use these interviews and we keep them so that one day your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren can watch it and they can learn about you. What advice would you want to give to them? What would you say to the generations below you now, your descendants?
Well, I have one poem, The Road is Not Taken, which is always in my heart, by Robert Frost.
Yes.
So so whatever the road you're taking is yours. And the message I want to give myself is like, my life is like a portrait. Whatever the the portrait I want it in, I'm the one who designed it. You are the author of that. You are the one who control it. No one else. You cannot blame anybody. I don't blame communists took over. I'm blessed, to be honest with you.
Mm,
If the communist was not taking over my country, I wouldn't be able to be here right now at this moment. So
mm,
all the thing that I look at it, I think is a blessing. I don't I have no regret about it. And every moment, if it's a good time or bad time, it's a learning lesson.
mm,
It's not from the book. So if my daughter, I used to make a joke with my kid. I said, my last job, they want to talk to me, they make appointment. And it's like months long just to see me, for me to listen to their problem. And I'm here. You have the opportunity to take advantage of or not, and it's up to you. Otherwise, I'm just gonna
mm.
go in the back and feed the bird and the crow
Yes.
and the squirrel.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh,
I take everything seriously. Every moment I had, it's precious. I don't wanna lose. Even though right now, I mean, I'm 100% focused. I'm just
Yeah,
treasure this moment. So
treasure the
that's
moment.
important.
Mm,
Yeah.
I like that. I'll take that for myself too. I'll use that. That's beautiful.
I'm not gonna have a time to talk to you again. This is so I have to be serious this time. And
Yeah.
that is message to all my client that they had the opportunity to see me. So it's like, you know what? Let do this. Let take this.
Let's
Just
do
go
this.
with this. Take this serious because you're not gonna make appointment to see me again. Just
No.
take this. Just get it
I'm gonna
done.
make another appointment with you just so I can get your advice again. How about that? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank
I'm
you
like
so
that. I'm like
much.
that because you not be able because I don't know about you, but I think that you can save money, but you cannot save time.
Mm,
And another message
it's
I want to
true.
give the people is that time is just like money. I mean, time is like water. Whatever you wanna, if you waste the water to water um rock, it's gonna waste it. If you use that water to water a tree or to give it to a fish, you give them another life. So
Mm,
time is just like water. Use it wisely because you
mm.
cannot get it again. And the water in the river, it doesn't come up again. It's always go down. You're not gonna see that again. So
Wow.
everything that I do, it just
Wow. That
so
is
I
so beautiful. I agree. Thank you so much for sharing it. I know that your descendants and everyone else who watches this video will really appreciate it too. That's beautiful. Words. Mm, thank you so much. And that is all I have. Those are all the questions I have for the
that's a
interview
long
today,
time.
but I know I wanna thank you for letting us interview you. We're really grateful, and I will send you, a picture of where you can find your interview, and we're normally when it's in Cambodian, we translate it, but since it's already in English, then this will be a quick one to upload to the website. But I will send you the information for that, so, I will end the recording here. Thank you so much for your
You're welcome.
participation. We're grateful. Okay.